Every family has an heirloom, a piece of jewelry, a house, or a painting. But for the Miller family, it was a towering 200-year-old grandfather clock. When Marcus inherited his late uncle's estate, he was given only one strict, bizarre instruction. Never let the clock stop winding. If it stops, the family line ends. Marcus laughed it off as an old man superstition. He moved into the mansion, ignoring the heavy, suffocating feeling that filled the hallways. But Marcus didn't know that some superstitions are written in blood. 2 weeks later, Marcus forgot. Caught up in work, he went to bed without winding the clock. At exactly midnight, the loud ticking stopped. The silence that followed was
Marcus woke up to a bone-chilling cold. The air in his room felt alive, pressing down on his chest. When he checked his phone, a strange, anonymous text message appeared. The countdown has begun. 48 hours. Panicked, Marcus tried to wind the clock again, but the key wouldn't turn. It was jammed. Hours passed. He tried calling his sister, Sarah, but her phone was dead. When he drove to her apartment, it was completely empty. Her coffee was still warm, her keys on the counter. She had vanished. Desperate for answers, Marcus dug into the family archives. That's when he found his grandfather's hidden journal from 1950. The truth was worse than any ghost story. In 1826, the Miller family patriarch had made a deal with something dark to gain immense wealth. The price? The souls of his descendants, bound to the mechanism of that very clock. Every time the clock stopped in the past, a family member disappeared, exactly 48 hours later. First his uncle's brother in 1972, then his cousin in 1998. And now, Sarah was gone. Marcus looked at his phone. 47 hours and 59 minutes had passed. He had exactly 1 minute left. With a scream of rage, Marcus grabbed a hammer and smashed the clock's face. But instead of metal springs, something organic oozed out. The clock wasn't a machine. It was a living, breathing curse. And as the final second struck, the heavy pendulum swung one last time, violently. The next morning, the mansion was silent again. The clock was perfectly intact, its wooden frame polished, its ticking steady. Across town, Marcus's distant cousin received a letter. "You have inherited the Miller estate. Please remember to wind the clock every single day." Would you remember to wind the clock? Or would you let time run out? Tell us in the comments.